Hello guys, today we're gonna continue the tutorial. I've set up the plan of what we're gonna do tonight. The plan today is to update some dependency because Exponent changed their name for Expo. So we're gonna just make it right now because I want you to able to do other stuff with your app. So I just want you to how you can update it and don't get problem in the future. After that. We're gonna update React navigation too, and I'm gonna show you how to use the X global command line. So this is alternative to the XDA coming from Exponent. So I mean, for me, it's just much more easy maybe to go with the command line. And after that, we're gonna move the font asset just to make it much more easy to see, because right now we have a mess in the main app. After that, we're gonna install React elements. So React Native elements. So I just play around with native base and I just get some problem, and I don't have really the time right now to just look at what I can do. So I just use React elements, something I know easier. So with that, we're gonna change the icon in the nav bar, gonna be much more easier. We're gonna do the create meetup screen. Um, so we're gonna use a package called native model date time picker. So that's what we're gonna use for create the day, and we're gonna add moment.js for the time zone, and we're gonna time format. I mean, we're gonna create a meetup, and we're gonna see the result after that in the backend. So we're gonna use Redux in the future, but I just want you to know I'm showing in React way for the beginner who don't know Redux. So I do this now with React, and in the next episode we're gonna just refact and take this state and just put it inside Redux. And after that, one of my plan is to show you what we're gonna get in the backend after we done the creation, and just finish with that. So at least if you never really work with React Native, I want you to be able to at least post to your API. So time to start. So I put the link here, so I'm gonna put it in the README. So here they told why they changed the name for Expo. So we're gonna just make what they ask you to do. So the first thing we need to do is to go inside the package JSON. So I'm gonna open the package JSON, and we're gonna change what called with Exponent. So you just remove the NT from Exponent here and here. After that, this is the only two dependency we need. After that, they told us the thing we need to do is to update the Babel RC. So we go to the Babel RC here. We're gonna change that to be Babel preset Expo. And after that, we're gonna just change everything we call Exponent. So I go the way it's here. I can click on find or do Shift Command F, and now I'm gonna type Exponent. So here I'm gonna look. So in my getting now, I'm gonna remove that to be Expo. After that, don't touch on the XJSON. Go inside cache font. We're gonna change that to be Expo. We're gonna go in the main. We're gonna change that to be Expo. We're gonna do the same here. So just go at the bottom where we initialize the app. After that, we're gonna go inside the home screen. So like I say, just follow what we do, what I have here, material icon here, and finally the profile screen. Perfect. After that, the Git now we did, and now the only thing we're gonna need to do is to delete the null module and delete the yarn.lock. Gonna take some moment. So I get my ESLint problem here because now Visual Studio tried to find a ESLint, but I don't have anymore. So now I'm gonna type yarn for we install all the dependency. Finally, we just delete just to be sure we get everything's running perfectly. So don't worry, that's gonna come back. And after that, we're gonna install the X command line. So it just, you remember I was open the XDA and everything, but I'm gonna just show you an alternative. So for you, if you like more to have some UI stuff, just open it in the XDA. For me, I'm gonna show you how to use the X command line. I think for me just much more easy with the video because it's less CPU usage. So what you need to do, it's yarn global add exp. So that's gonna add the exponent CLI, and for npm it's npm install global. Perfect. And when it's done, now we want to start the packager. So we do npx start. So now you're gonna make sure everything is set up. So you do what we do finally in the other one. So when it's done, starting React Native packager. So you do almost the same what you do when you run a React Native start or npm start on the other React Native. And now just open another tab and now open with EPS iOS. So that's gonna open us iOS simulator if everything is okay. So that should be good. So after that you can close this and just, we're gonna see the simulator running. I just want to be sure everything is perfect. After that we're gonna update React navigation. So we already done all these part here and this one too. So I'm gonna install React navigation. Perfect. So it looks like that's gonna work. And now I'm gonna start my backend to forget my Meetup. So just dismiss here. I'm gonna refresh because I didn't open my server first. Perfect. So now this is where we got the last time. So for other thing, I want to update React navigation. Right now we work on version 1.6. I want to go to version 1.7. So here my Visual Studio Code told me it's on the latest version, just for be sure. So yarn add React navigation. By doing this, we're gonna get the last version. I just, because this is beta version, so I want to always get the latest version, the latest like issue resolved and everything. Another thing I found too, it's we have some lag with like here. So you're gonna see when that's gonna be done. It's we here as you can see, we have the plus who it's really slow to remove. So what I found, it's if we go to the home navigator, so I'm gonna type home navigator, so where we do all the navigation stuff here. Here I have animation enabled. I'm gonna make it false. So now if I make it false, so what happening here? I got a problem. So what I think, I'm gonna restart it. One sec. So here, by putting animation false, we're gonna just don't get like the small animation from the transition, but at least we don't gonna get this UI stuff with the bottom. So now just refresh your screen. I'm gonna compile everything. Perfect. So now if I do, you see now I have no animation, but at least I can see my plus. Plus here, this is what I didn't show you, they put the scan QR here. So if you're using Exponent in your cell phone, you can just scan this QR with the Exponent application and that's gonna open you in your mobile. Perfect. So we remove the animation. So that was one of the thing here. After that, I want to move to the font asset. So I mean the plan was just to just make it more cleaner. And so what we're gonna do, it's we're gonna jump on the main JS here, and you see here I have everything. Here inside my main. So what I want to do is to change it and put it right inside the helper, the cache font right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all my font right there. So I'm gonna copy paste this one. I'm gonna make right there. And now I'm gonna just export finally this one with all my font. But now, as you can see, I need to change all my require right there. Perfect. So just for be sure. So after that, what we're gonna do, it's we can remove this one. Oops, like this. And now we just need to import font asset. So now, if everything is working, we're gonna supposed to don't get any bug right there, and perfect. And now, as you can see, all my font stay the same. So that means we got to the what we have before. But I think that's just make the life the code cleaner. We don't get all this problem with like many line of code here for nothing. So after that. So we finished the move asset. After that, I want to add a React element. So I can close this one. Don't worry, all the link gonna be in the description. So and in the README at the same time. So if you remember the last episode, we passed it native base, but I get some weird stuff. So I just find the React native element. So this is the one I'm using always. So that's why that was just much more easy for us to for me to just show you to use this one. So really easy to install, and for Exponent, that's again much more easy. We're gonna just install React Native element in the terminal. So here, just take another terminal who is not open, and now do yarn add React Native element. Perfect. So now it's installed. So now, as like they show, it's really easy to get started. You don't need to do almost nothing. It's really simple to use, and I think that it's much more easy to use than the native base one. So that was another plus for me. So after that, what I'm gonna do, it's we're gonna finally jump on the create Meetup. But first thing, I want to change the font of the top there, because right now we use native base, but I want to remove it. So that's gonna be really easy. It's if you see here, native base use the icon MD circle from Exponent from material design. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna import from Expo vector icon. I'm gonna export material icon. At the top here in React Native, I'm going to export touchable opacity. So not going to let me have a click even on my view finally. So that's going to be, we're going to toggle the opacity with that. So what we're going to do, it's here inside the right. I'm going to just make this for now. I'm going to make my touchable opacity. And here I'm going to make material icon. Here we just put the name. I'm going to put add circle. So don't need anymore to put the MD because it's already material icon. After that, I'm going to put a size of 30, and I'm going to put a color of white. Perfect. So now I'm going to just copy paste this unpressed even inside my touch opacity. And now I'm going to remove it. So now, oh, I missed one F. So now, if you see, we got this icon back. But now I want to just get some margin. So now what I'm gonna do is here I'm gonna call an icon add, and I'm gonna put a margin of left, margin left, yeah, and I'm gonna put 3%. So now here inside my touchable opacity, I'm gonna put a style, and I'm gonna put style that icon add. Did I make it in the right one? If I go to my home screen style, oh, that was right, sorry. And now we got to the point we were before, but now we don't gonna use anymore the native base one. It's not, I don't say it's a bad package, I just say I get weird stuff, and maybe it's me, I don't really know how to use it. But I think for this app, that's gonna just make sense to just jump on another one and make sure I can show you some knowledge about what I know. So now after that, we're gonna jump back to the create meetup screen. So now I'm gonna close some windows. Perfect. I'm gonna go to my create meetup screen. So this is what we have before. So just this place here. So first thing, we're gonna change this icon here, who it's from the native base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again import touchable opacity. After that, I'm gonna import material icon again from Expo vector. So material icon. And now here I'm gonna just do the same. So I'm gonna put touchable opacity. After that, I'm gonna re-put my material icon here. I'm gonna put a name of, now this one it's close. Size of 30. Sorry, size of 30. After that, I'm gonna put back a color of white. Perfect. So now I'm gonna take this unpressed even. I'm gonna make it right there. So now I can delete this one and just return my left icon. So now if everything is right, we are supposed to get the same icon, but now we have no margin. So we're gonna do the same of what we did in the last one. So first thing, we can remove this one so we don't use anymore. So as you can see, my ESLint told me I don't use this package. So you can remove it. So now we're gonna need to create a style folder here. Then we're gonna create a create meetup screen GS. After that, I'm gonna jump on my ES style sheet. So it's my snippet right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make icon close. So the name of the icon finally for me, and that's gonna be a margin left now of 3%. So the same percentage of the other one. So now here, what I just need to do is I'm gonna import style from style that create meetup screen, and now I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put right there style of style that icon close. So now we're gonna get the X a bit more from the left. Perfect. After that, so now we're gonna start to work on the create meetup screen. So what we're gonna add. So we're gonna add here at the top, we're gonna add 3 components coming from the native element. So we're gonna import form label. I'm gonna import from input and form and button. Button. So after that, right there, what we're gonna do, it's inside my view. I'm gonna create another view. We're gonna put style after. I'm gonna create another view, and inside this one, I'm gonna create another view too. This one, I'm gonna add a form label. I'm gonna put title. After that, here, what I want, it's I'm gonna put form title like that. After that, I'm gonna put my form input like this. I'm gonna open like that, and I'm gonna let like this for now. We're gonna talk about it in the future after this. So now I just want you to see how beautiful are this input. Just look at this. By default, they give us like this, and I really like it. I mean, it just looks awesome. So now what I want you to do is just copy paste this one. So I'm gonna do Shift Command D. I'm gonna go recopy like this view, but now this one gonna be description like that. And this one, because I want to have multiple line, I'm gonna just toggle multi-line, multi-line, yeah, like that. So now, just to be sure, the difference between its title, I can do this. If I click enter, I do nothing. But description, now if I type and I do enter, I can have multiple line. Perfect. So now we have the 3 input. After that, I want you to create another view. You're gonna see why in one moment. I'm gonna put my button here. You're gonna see how beautiful this button are. So this button right there, what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna put title. So this is how you type the what you want to put there. I'm gonna say something like pick a meetup date. Perfect. And I'm gonna copy paste again this one, and this one. Now I'm gonna have a title of create meetup. Now if I show you what we got by default, this is what we got. Pick a meetup and create a meetup. Don't worry, we're gonna make some design. So another thing, it's they let you to have rays that's gonna work on Android. So I'm gonna put it. It's just the flashy stuff every Android have. So like some animation in the bottom. So now we have the create meetup and we have the date. So now time to put some design. So what I'm gonna do is here I'm gonna create root style. So that's gonna be for the main element. So this one, the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put flex one, and I'm gonna put align item of center. Why I do center? Because now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call something container, because I don't want everything to have all the width. So what I want is to get this one as a flex of one, but with a width of 90%. So now if I go here, I'm gonna put this one with a style that root, and now this one gonna have a style that container. So now if I refresh this one, now you see I have more width, like I don't touch the both screen, the end of the screen. After that, what I'm gonna do is I want to have some like margin between each item. So that's why I put my view. So now here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an item key right there, and I'm gonna put margin vertical. So vertical means we're gonna have the same measure from the top and the bottom. So here I'm gonna put what I missed. Okay, 2%. So I'm gonna use this style item on each of my view here. Style. I'm gonna put style item. And I'm gonna just copy paste this one here and here. Don't do this for the last one. You're gonna see why in one moment. So now, perfect. Now that start to have better sense. So what I want is my create meetup here. I want him to stay at the bottom. So I'm gonna create a props here, a key here, button create. So what the button do, and I'm gonna say position absolute. I'm gonna put left of 0, right of 0, and I'm gonna put button of 10%. So I want him to keep to stay at the bottom. So I'm gonna copy paste this one just to be faster, and I'm gonna change this one for button create. So the key we just put. So now if I refresh, I'm gonna get my meetup right there. After that, I would like to have this create meetup to have another another color, because right now it's pretty weird to have two gray buttons. So I'm gonna put background color. I'm gonna take my black blue colors. So now if I'm refreshing, I'm gonna get a much more beautiful button color. Perfect. After that here, as you can see, this is not the font. I want to have the font. So I want to have the font Montserrat, the one we use in everything, to my button here. So what I'm gonna do, it's button here. You can add a font family, and this is easy like that. You just put your font. So I'm gonna use this one to the other one too. And after that, I want to use it to my form label, like that, and I'm gonna use it to here. So now if I refresh, now as you can see, we have another font. So I have my Montserrat. Perfect. After that, here you see it's a gray. I want this little selection here to be the same red here. So it's pretty easy to do. It's so I'm gonna do this in the same time. So I'm gonna take here my from input, and I'm gonna make it. Oh, I cannot do this. Well, so we're gonna make it in one time. So selection, color, and I'm gonna put my color red color, and I'm gonna do the same right there. I'm gonna put so now this is all from input work on React. So now we have the red here, and I can select, and that's gonna be red. So pretty easy there. Perfect. So now what I want is to when I click here, I want to pick up my date, and I want to pick a meetup date when the date is today, like now, right now, like this time. I want the user to just pick a date and be able to set it in the future. I don't want him to. So you're gonna see how I'm gonna make it. This is maybe like the best way to make it, but it's a pretty easy one. So I found this library, React Native Model Datetime Picker. I'm gonna put the link in the description. So the only thing we need to do is npm install this one. We do yarn add React Native Model Datetime Picker. So it just, I think, beautiful datetime picker. So what they ask you to do is to add this line of code here. So here, oh, I can remove my text. So we import the datetime picker. After that, the only thing we need to do now is to take datetime picker, go at the bottom, and put it here. It's a model, so that don't care about where it is. So here, I'm gonna put three props. Is visible, and I'm gonna say this is that state that is date time picker visible. So I'm gonna create this one in my state. So I'm gonna create a state right there, state, and I'm gonna put this to be false by default. So now that's gonna stay false. So if my state is working, I'm supposed to, yeah. So now we have two props we need to confirm. So the first other one they ask us, it's on confirm. So this is when we click on confirmation of the date. So we're gonna call this section this that handle date picket, and I'm gonna create another one for on cancel. This that handle date time picker, like this. So this function we're gonna create it. So I'm gonna create this one right there. And now this one, what we're gonna do with date pick, it's here. What are you gonna make? This one gonna take a date. And what we're gonna do right now, just for right now, we're gonna just this that set state date, because ES6 key value same, we just keep one key, that's it. I'm gonna create here my function called with my handle datetime picker, and this one take no argument, but the thing you do, it's this that set state, and what you're gonna make, it's you're gonna make is datetime picker to be false. So this is the one we're gonna call after finally we pick up the date. So when we cancel and when we pick up the date. So like this, that's it. Perfect. So after that, I want my button. So now I don't see the date. So I want when I click here to get my date picker to show. So the only thing we need to do, it's we're gonna create a function. So here in my pickup date, I'm gonna say onPress even, and I'm gonna call it this that show date time picker. I'm gonna create this function right here at the top, and this one, the only thing gonna make, it's gonna set state. So almost the opposite of the other one. Set state is the time picker to be true, like this. So now if I show you what that's gonna do, if I click, oh, I get my date, but now I just get the date. I want to get the hour too, because I mean, it's, you don't want to say, oh, we have a meetup tomorrow, but which time? So the only thing we need to do, this library is awesome for that. You go there, you type mode, and we're gonna type date time. So the date and time. So the date and the time. So here, if I click now, I'm gonna get today, tomorrow, etc. with the time, and if I want AM, perfect. Now, if I take my date and I confirm, nothing, I want like to see the date right there, just to confirm like the user, this is what he wants. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an awesome library called Moment. So this is the big library for all the time managing finally in JavaScript, manipulation of the time. So when it's installed, what I'm gonna do, it's here, I'm gonna import Moment, from Moment. Here in my state, I'm gonna put a date key right there, and I'm gonna say Moment. So like that, it's like date.now. Perfect. So by default, when my component mount, like I'm gonna get this date right there. So after that, what I want to do, it's I want to make a function. We're gonna check the title of the button. So I'm gonna call a function here called check title, and this one is gonna be a function we're gonna call in the beginning, and we're gonna say if this that state that time, it's bigger than moment now, so it's bigger than right now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return. I'm gonna return moment. So we're gonna format some code. So I'm gonna return this that state that date. So the date in the moment, because we're using two-time date, I'm gonna just destructuring here. So equal this that state. So that means now I can just remove my this that state in both. So now moment, I'm gonna format it. Format, and I'm gonna put mmm 4 times, do in lowercase, y like this, h in second here, and I'm gonna put a because I want to get my am pm. If the date is bigger, so if like my date from when we start when we mount the component, it's bigger than the now, right now, we're gonna show this stuff. Else, so don't need to put else because we return, I'm gonna say pick a meetup date. So the one we have already put here. So now I'm gonna change this title to be this, that, check title, and I'm gonna call it right there. So now, if everything is working, so now I get pick a meetup date. Now if I go to tomorrow, I get my date. So March 17, 2017, 10:30, 11 p.m. But now if I come back to today right now, I'm gonna get pick a meetup date. So if I go, perfect. After that, what I want is I don't want the user to be able to create a meetup if the title, the description, and the pickup meetup it's not like fulfilled. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another function with the button disabled. So here I'm gonna call it check if button submit disabled. So if it needs to be disabled. So this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna destructuring. So I'm gonna take the title, the description, and the date coming from this that state. And yeah, so I just forgot to do something. We're gonna make title here, and that's gonna be an empty string by default, and description. Like I say in the beginning, today we're gonna do this in React. In the next episode, we're gonna put this kind of value, we're gonna put it in Redux, so everyone can be happy with what I'm gonna show. So that's gonna be the stuff here, but I'm just like forget what I do there for now, because we're gonna just make the state working before. So the only thing that's going to be really easy to do, it's to, I want to be able to change the title and change the description. Really easy to do. Here I'm going to call an action called change title. So I will put the name change with the name of the input. So here change title going to take a title as an argument. Why I do this, I can, people put it text, but for me, because I'm doing yes 6, I want my key to be the same, so I can just do this. And I'm gonna make almost the same for description. Change the description. Here I'm gonna change that for the description. So now I'm gonna call this on change title here on change text, and I'm gonna call this that change title. And now my value, my form input gonna be this that state.title. And I'm gonna do the same here on change text. This that change description, and I'm gonna put value to be equal to this that description, state that description. Perfect. So now if I save this, I'm gonna refresh my screen. Now, if everything is working, I'm supposed to get my title here. Perfect. Perfect. Nothing really changed for you, but trust me, here something really happened. So now, just for showing you, I'm gonna console log my state. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my terminal where I have my apps running here. When I'm gonna open this page, so here we get the date we get by default. So if you see here, it's the date when I open my terminal. So I'm gonna close it, and now if I start to type, and now you see I change my title. Now I get hello. Here I'm gonna say wow, and now this is my description. So that just prove yourself, prove then that's working. Now I'm gonna remove the console log. Yeah, perfect. So now this is where we can play with the check button if submit disable. So this one gonna disable it if. Don't worry, we're gonna do this in Redux in the future, but just for now, if title, so the title we destructuring from the state, title that length it's bigger than 5, and description that length it's bigger than 5 too, just for now, and date it's bigger than moment right now, we're gonna return false. So it's not gonna be disabled, else it's gonna be true. So it's gonna be disabled. So I'm gonna call this action right there inside my button submit, and I'm gonna call disable, and I'm gonna call this that like that. So now you're gonna see my button, it's disabled right now. So now if I type hello, hello, and now here I pick a date like tomorrow. What I pen, I think I make a small mistake right there. So what I maybe think, so if is that state it's bigger than description that length. Oh. So I'm returning false here. Title length, description length, and we have here the date. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, just to be sure, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change date here to be new date when we get. So if I do this and I'm running out my hello again, hello, and here I'm gonna pick another date. Something is broke. Oh wow, so we can't keep moment, sorry. So when we get bigger than length of 5, so that means hello it's 5, so we need to have another one. So I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna pick this one. Boom, now it's working. But now I want to create, because now when I click I get nothing. I want to see this right there. So what I'm gonna do, don't worry, again that's gonna be in React for now, but we're gonna change it. What I'm gonna do, it's here, I'm gonna create an action called create meetup. This one gonna take, it's gonna be an async action, and we're gonna create it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump back to my API constraint, because I want to make it right now already in the API. So that's gonna be an easy one. We're gonna call another action here called create group meetups. Here we're gonna take all the argument we're gonna pass, and now we can just put args, yeah, just args like this. And now what I want is to go to try, make a try and catch, just to be sure. And this one, just for now, we're gonna console log an error if we get one. And this one now, that's gonna be an easy one of const.res. Just for now, we're gonna say this with the axios that post. We're gonna take the same path we have, so I'm gonna put inside this that path, but we need to be new. This is what we set up in the backend. And now here I'm gonna just put all my, I'm gonna destructuring my my object right there. So now here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna console log my res just for now, and I'm gonna return my result. Perfect. Now what I need to do, it's we're gonna come back to the create meetup screen, and we're gonna just call this API. So now I can save this one. And now what I'm gonna do, it's here at the top here, I'm gonna import from my constraint. I'm gonna import meetup. Oh, constraint API. Meetup API. Here I'm gonna create it. Const meetup API equal new meetup API. And now here I'm gonna create inside my action here, create meetup. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again destructuring, so I'm gonna just copy paste this one. Put like this. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do const.res await meetup API that create group meetup, and I'm gonna pass my title, description, and my date. Yes, 6 key value same, don't need to do nothing with that. So here I'm gonna just console log my res. So now what I want is I'm gonna look at my last one. So I have hello world, so I'm gonna make something other than hello world. I'm gonna say hello, 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 and hello, and I'm gonna say this is an other description, and I'm gonna pick a meetup date of tomorrow Friday, and I'm gonna create meetup. So now if everything is supposed to be good, oh wow, button here, I forgot to put the on press event, and here the on press event just need to be this, that create meetups. Sorry again. So now here I'm gonna put another one. So this is a nice day description. This is another description. Pick up a meetup day, Saturday, create a meetup. Boom, we get a post with a 201. Do this one is working. I'm gonna refresh. We're gonna make all this stuff later, but now I'm supposed to get this is a nice day. Perfect. If I open RoboMongo, this is a nice day. So this is the last one we create. Now if I open RoboMongo, I'm gonna go to my meetup me here, my collection, inside my meetup, and I'm gonna look at the last one, and we get the last one with today create. Perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this long tutorial. I mean this part here. So just for be sure, I'm gonna look, and yeah, we did everything. So for the one who will ask, that's gonna be a really long tutorial. So I think about making like more than 30 video for sure. I want to push to the App Store at the end and do everything with that. So so I hope you enjoy. If you like it, click the like button. Ask comment if you have any comment. You can subscribe too if you want to get all the new notification about when I'm gonna release a new one. I'm gonna put all the description in the link with the repo and everything. And have a good night. Bye.